Hello there and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing us how I preserve fresh tomatoes and shepherd pepper for 1 year in a deep freezer. I actually did this last year. This time around I have just 2 boxes of fresh tomatoes and 1 box of shepherd pepper, but last year I got 6 boxes of fresh tomatoes and 1 box of shepherd peppers, and I preserved it the way I'm going to show you this time around. And I think this will be helpful for some people because many people I come across, they feel like if you have fresh tomatoes that you want to preserve, you have to first of all wash and blend and then cook it down and all that and put it in the freezer. But I didn't have time to do any of those things because first of all the 6 boxes is quite a lot and I just didn't have the time. So I'm going to go ahead and show us how I did it last year, and by doing that I was able to use that the tomatoes of last year. I used it from September when I bought it till July of this year. So, and it was all okay, always fresh whenever I bring it out and easy for me to use and defrost and blend. So I'm going to go ahead and show us how to do it. All you basically need is a bag, a sack or a pack of freezer bags. So I have this one, it's 30 pieces in it, and this is the size. Okay, and then all I do, I don't even bother washing it. All I do is I just pack them like so. So I package it in a way that I'll be able to seal it easily. Taking some time to seal. So this is basically it. This is how I package it, and once I package it like that, I put it in the freezer. So whenever I'm ready to use it, I just bring it out. Okay, and then I go ahead and defrost it. I use the defrosting function on my microwave. I bring it out and pour it in a plate, and then I defrost it for like maybe 7-8 minutes. And then I wash it and we're good to go. It remains fresh, the taste doesn't change. It's just like a regular fresh tomatoes. The only difference is you might not be able to use it for like salads and all that because it's now frozen. That's just the only difference. So I do basically the same thing for peppers, but the good thing is that peppers are even easier to defrost. When I want to use it, the pepper, I don't even defrost it with the tomatoes. What I do, I just run it under the tap, warm water or regular water for like maybe a minute or less, and then we are good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and pack it. Another tip is this: the peppers are so big. I don't usually use this type of packaging for the peppers. I use regular plastic bags that I use for grocery, but this time around I cleared my house of all those, so I'm going to use that. So when you use the regular plastic bags that you use for grocery, you can be able to store maybe up to 10 or more peppers inside it, and that way you don't have to waste too many plastic bags. So I'm just going to go ahead and show us. So it's pretty simple and straightforward, and the good thing about buying in bulk like this is that you don't have to buy it when it's out of season. I remember when I saw these peppers coming into season this year. They were being sold one for $1 something, almost $2, just one piece. And this time around, I bought this box of tomatoes. I bought them $7.88 each. That's each box is $7.88, and the pepper I bought it about $9.99 or something. And last year it was even cheaper. I believe it will still get cheaper, but because of the COVID-19 situation, I don't know whether things might be scarce. I just decided to buy 2 boxes, and if it gets cheaper, I'll go ahead and pick some more. Last year I got the tomatoes $6 per box, and then about 2 or 3 days later, I think it wasn't moving that fast, but the tomatoes were basically the same. There was nothing different. The prices came down to about $2 or $3. I think it was $3, and I ended up buying 4 extra boxes. So that's how I ended up with 6 boxes last year. So I recommend that if you don't have a small freezer, you try and get it. There's so much more you can do. There's so much more savings that you can get done if you have a small freezer or a deep freezer, an extra freezer from different from the main one you use in the house. That way you can get fresh produce and store them up for the year. So here we are, about 10 minutes later, and everything is all packaged and ready to go in the freezer, and it's going to stay just this way for the next 1 year. At least I've tried it out, and I would recommend that you try this method. Number one, is very easy. You know, this took me just 10 minutes more or less to package the whole thing. And then secondly, if you're someone like me that loves to eat fresh tomato stews, you would be able to save lots of money by using your own fresh tomatoes instead of trying to buy tomatoes just when you need it, maybe in the middle of winter and it's so expensive. Another thing is, some people might be like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and use the diced tomatoes in the containers. I don't even bother using those ones. They have this kind of strange taste, and I believe that they put preservatives in those ones. But with this, you don't need any preservatives. You just know what you are eating. It's just the way you bought it from the store. So if you liked this video, kindly subscribe and drop a comment. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.